the Andy Kaufman biopic, Man on the Moon, with Jim Carrey, in which she plays herself. She's the author of the best-selling Marilu Henner's Total Health Makeover. Please welcome back Marilu Henner. Welcome back.
See? Thank you.
Thank you.
I had so much fun here the last time I was here.
And so did we.
Back.
And you should come back many more times. I'm not saying goodbye.
But,
I'm just saying.
Yes, okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye. Thanks for coming.
But before I leave, I want to tell you why elephant dung is better than tiger dung.
I figured you would know.
I would know, right? Because elephants are vegetarians.
Right.
And there's so much like good nutrients and fibers in their dung, that's why it makes a better fertilizer than do you have one at home?
Oh, really?
Vegetarian. And you know, tigers are carnivores. Didn't you say tigers or lions?
Tigers.
Yeah.
Tigers.
Tigers are carnivores, and so they have like, you know,
so when you're looking for good dung, you should go for the vegetarian.
Vegetarian dung, yes.
See? You would know that.
That's right. But
do you garden? Do you fertilize? Do you do that?
I don't, but I do ski.
You do ski naked? Have you ever skied naked?
Now. It's too cold to ski naked.
It really is.
I mean, let's think of how many times. Do you know what a yard sale is when you ski?
I would imagine it's so cold there aren't any yard sales.
No, a yard sale is when you hit yourself.
Right.
When you hit a bump and you spread everything, so your skis, your poles, your gloves, your hat.
Oh, everything's like a yard sale.
Yeah, it's called a yard sale.
It is.
Yeah, but can you imagine a yard sale when there would be no yard sale.
There would be no. And as a guy, you wouldn't even slide down the hill. If you just fall down, you just plant yourself. You just lock everything.
And spin. Yes.
So you just finished doing this movie.
I finished doing the movie. I was just about to start it when I saw you last time.
Right.
I went and did it, and it was great. It was like so bizarre, but it was great.
Because they rebuilt the entire taxi set.
They rebuilt the taxi set, and here it was, all of us, and when we've all seen each other. I mean, we've spent so much time together over the years. But as soon as we walked in, we saw each other, and then all of a sudden, everybody transformed into their characters. Oh, here's a picture of the most amazing thing for me is that my two boys, I didn't even know their dad when I finished Taxi. So I have these two little boys. My son Joey just turned 3 this past week. My son Nicky turned 4.5. And here they were on the Taxi set. That's my sister-in-law Lynette, and it was, I've got my hair like Elaine.
Taxi set?
Yeah, they recreate. I mean, down to every single detail. Look at that. We're in Louis' cage.
Did the whole cast come back? Danny DeVito there?
The whole cast came back. Danny was there, except Danny's not playing Louis. He's playing George Shapiro.
Oh, the manager.
And he's producing the movie. Yeah.
Right.
But it was, I mean,
so was that cool? And did you find it was Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey is brilliant. Jim Carrey is just channeling Andy Kaufman. I mean, he's just remarkable.
Right, he's got him down pat.
He's also, I don't know if you know him, but he's one of the most intelligent actors I've ever met in my entire life.
Well, I think
mean,
he's
incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, not just brilliant as a comedian. I mean, he's brilliant as a thinking person.
Because I understand that he's staying in character, even off the set.
He's pretty outrageous. I mean, he's still,
like Andy.
Like Andy.
Was Andy like that?
Andy was a real, I mean, Andy's so hard to describe because he was such a performer.
Yes, there he is.
But Andy was actually very shy and had a real sweetness to him as well. I mean, and that's what the yin and yang of Andy was so interesting.
But was he ever out of character? Andy Kaufman. Was Andy
I mean, he was Andy. He was Andy. But on Fridays he would come in and he was only Latka. In fact, if the audience asked him to do Elvis, because he did a brilliant Elvis imitation, he always did it as Latka.
Right, he wouldn't do it as himself. But he used to take odd jobs. I used to see him like
he used to work at Jerry's Deli as a bus boy because he wanted to stay in touch with people.
Right.
And he also, I found him panhandling once in New York City and things like that. I mean, he was just kind of
just kind of out there. So that should be a great film, and that's coming out.
It's going to be great. That's going to be out. I'm not sure because they keep changing the date.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be out when it's done.
It'll be out when it's all put together and when it's a good weekend to put it out.
Now you've been writing. You came back last time you were here.
You know what's great about my first book is that it's been so successful. Not good. 3 times up. Did you know that that's what you have to do 3 times up?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, I know all
You're superstitious, you're just dyslexic. Why don't you just
No, that's what it is. No, you have to do 3 times up. That's how you really do it.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know, but let's not mess with it, okay?
Really?
Yes.
Who told you that? Why do you believe that?
The person who tells me things like, no, I don't know. I remember reading it.
Somebody's telling you stuff right now?
Remember I told you I have a good memory? Except
yes.
I'm on the show last time. I have this great memory. I'm bragging about it.
Amazing.
I tell you, and then I call your wife by the wrong name.
Right. But you know what? The first time you met her, you called her by the wrong name. So you remember that.
She just
remember that.
Change her name.
I will. It's not you.
She should be Jackie. Right.
Okay.
That's your daughter.
That's my daughter.
So anyway, so what's great about this book is that it's not only really impacting people's lives, but it has spawned another book which I delivered last Thursday, which will be out in February.
Just already. You were here like just weeks ago, and then how long does it take you to write a book?
It took me 7 weeks. But I've been thinking about this stuff for a long time. time. But the new one is going to be a 30-day plan.
A 30-day plan to?
Yes, to get total health, total health makeover in 30 days.
You can do it in 30 days?
Well, you can't. It depends on where you're coming from. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? There are some people who need a little bit more, but at least this will get them on their way.
On their way. So, in this one, we didn't get to it last time. You have like Marilu's 101.
Yes,
right?
it's like all these different things that I've learned about health and nutrition, and I don't know.
So I was reading some of them. Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You want to redecorate?
No, I just didn't. It was like annoying me.
Okay. I'm here yapping in one ear, and you're being annoyed by a pillow on the other side?
Well, it's in the wrong place.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay. Number 88.
Yes.
It says, sometimes faking is better.
Sometimes faking is better.
Really?
You know what I mean? Sure. I mean, take that however you mean it. But sometimes...
You know how I mean it.
Yes, okay. Well, we'll get to that part later.
Oh, that's not what you meant?
I meant that sometimes, too. It depends on the situation. Sometimes some people need a little confidence, so,
Right. But as a guy, it's tough to do. Guys can't fake
Guys
it.
can't fake.
You were great. I was this close.
Well, then guys like to write their own.
Right. So what do you mean?
List. No, I mean, sometimes, like, let's say you're not feeling well. Sometimes it's better to fake. Not, you don't want to walk around miserable, and you have to get through your day. You have to function. So sometimes it's better to fake good humor or goodwill or good, health or whatever.
Just fake that. So you say, you go to a party, you go, no, I'm having a good time. I vomit when I'm happy.
I stand over. As a matter of fact, in my new book, the new book that's going to come out next year, I do 7 tips for each of the days, as well as a whole menu plan and exercise plan.
Right.
But also, one of the tips is a total health fakeover tip.
How to fake good health.
How to fake good health. Or how, like, let's say you're having a bad day, how to fake yourself through it so that you feel better.
So you don't need any of these tips. You'll just show us how to fake. You've been writing all this.
No.
I pretend I'm a vegetarian.
You only need a person.
Wrap your ham in lettuce so they think you're a vegetarian.
No, that's right, wrap lettuce. That's right, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so name a number.
Number 92. When you're nervous, your sense of humor and your sexuality go out the window.
Absolutely. If you are interviewing for a job or if you're doing anything, if you're sitting there like this, you can't be funny and you can't have any kind of sexuality coming from you.
Right.
You're just too nervous. You're like in the land where elephants die. Do you know what I'm saying? You're like you're glazed over and you're not there.
So you're telling people not to be nervous?
It's better if you're not nervous because otherwise that's what's going to happen to you.
But you don't have a control for that.
No, you can, I mean, there are certain things that, sure. You know when you're not nervous? You're not nervous when you do your homework. You're not nervous when you've done your preparation.
Right.
You're not nervous if you feel confident about what you're presenting to people.
Well,
if you're, unless you're faking, which is sometimes better.
It is better.
Right. So those two tips kind of cancel each other out, don't they? Well, all right, forget it.
And one last one before we
go,
and I'll ask later on. We have another lady who gives us good tips coming on, and this sounds like one of hers, but this is one of yours. Number 42. Pin your pantyhose to the back of your bra for a long, roll-free look.
Okay. This is the greatest tip I've ever come up with. Actually, okay. Women, are we understanding this? This is like the best thing.
Can I just say something?
What?
Can I just say something?
What?
Because I understand this one. Because often you're alone and there's not somebody there to give you a wedgie. So why not?
No, but let me explain. This is important. This is important, and I should come out with my own pantyhose with hooks.
Right.
It not only lifts you in the back and pulls everything. Did you ever notice women on award shows? They always have that roll, that little thing straight across. That looks terrible. So if you pin it up, you get a long, smooth line. Plus, it lifts this up and everything else.
It lifts it up. Your pantyhose are pulling it down.
No, the
there's not a crease. There's not a crease in your thighs, but your breasts are down to your knees.
No, your breasts are up. No.
Because it pulls it down in the back.
It pulls it down in the back, so it lifts them.
Like
it
that.
lifts
Look at
them.
that.
Lifts them like
Did you have something done? Yeah, I'm wearing pantyhose.
I'm telling you, Donna Karen's going to steal this tip.
It works. Everybody's. I'm going to steal it.
It's great. Big safety pins you can pin them.
You're talking to the bra you're wearing. You don't just hook it to the bra at home.
No.
Right. I'm nuts. You have so much going on. You got the new movie coming out. I want you to come back for that. And the new book.
Okay.
What's the name of the new book?
The new book is Marilu Henner's Total Health Makeover 30-Day Plan.
Okay, and this is the Total Health Makeover
and you know what?
in as much time as you want.
This is like a great thing to give somebody else because nothing's better than the gift of health. It really isn't.
So this is a nice little
gift.
I'm keeping this one for myself, but I'll buy some for friends.
No, but I have a website, www.marilu.com, which I haven't been able to pay too much attention to, but now I'm back on the board.
She's back on it.
She's on the web. I'm back on it.
She's here.
I'm here, but and I'm hearing from people constantly about how much it's changing their lives.
Well, look at you.
Really
you're a living example of how good it is. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
Marilu Henner, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer right after this.